In the human world, there's this story about this thing called an angel. This angel left from a place called heaven to one called hell. This angel didn't want to bow down to humans. He wanted things to stay the way they are. He didn't want to obey this imperfect being. So he left. Humans are a deeply flawed species. The human world, it's a mess. I think that's what attracted me to it. I never knew such a divide existed in my whole life. That's why I had to do what I had to do. There are 3 dimensions: evil, good, and everything in between. We call ourselves villains and heroes. Our ill-defined job is to spread evilness in the human world. Why? Actually, I don't think anyone really knows why we do it. Whenever I ask, I just usually duct tape my mouth shut. It's kind of like playing this human game called checkers with the complicated rules of chess. Alamar, my mentor, he tried to teach me both. He was kind of a big deal back in the day. He can appear in reflective surfaces. I've always respected him. Alamar's job was to prepare me for my villain equivalency test. I needed to pass so I could directly work with the seam. I was totally sure of myself. And I just had to bring the plant back to life with my healing powers. I felt bad for the little guy. He didn't deserve to stay poisoned. I should have known better.
Congratulations, you failed your villain equivalency test for spreading chaos in the human world. This certificate allows you to monitor but not interfere with the seam for a term to be determined. Get out.
That's it? My parents weren't very pleased, especially my father. So I studied harder. We were told that we couldn't affect anything, only observe, and not to try. When it was time for us to affect the human world, then we would be able to manipulate it. It was fascinating watching these humans go about their lives. They always seemed to have a purpose, a destination in mind, always so busy because they had so little time. I wanted to be there with them. You see, here's the thing about Evilton. Everyone is told a certain thing can't be done, so they never try it. I tried, and it worked. I had to get as many human things as I could. I wanted to bring a bag full of stuff back to look over. She was a human girl. Her name was Cassandra. She was brief, intense, and burning, and they didn't have a cream to make her go away. Every small trip to the human world made me so happy. I kept up my training with Alamar, but there was just something so intoxicating about the human world. I wanted to see more. Then I wanted to try to make my mark on the human world. Since I was raised to be evil, I decided to start with that first. Okay, admittedly, I didn't know how to directly affect things. Back home, you just kind of will it to happen. But then I did something inexcusable in my community. I saved the day. I'm just lucky my father never found out.